Today I'm going to be talking about the highest I've ever been in my entire life. Back in 2017, I had just entered high school as a freshman, started smoking weed back in the summer of 2017, so I was basically still a noob when it came to getting high. On September of 2017, it was a very sunny day. My sister's friend named Juan, who was 2 years older than me, had invited me to the beach to smoke some weed. Now, the reason why I was smoking with older people and not people my age was because I didn't know anyone my age who smoked, and honestly, I didn't really get along with the people my age, so I just hanged out with like the upperclassmen. I was kind of known for this back in the day, that I would just hang out with different groups of people, and mostly the older kids, which I always thought was funny. But yeah, so I was excited to get high with them for the first time, but what I didn't know was that on this very day was the highest I was ever going to be in my entire life. Keep in mind, I hadn't smoked in like a month, maybe like 2 months, so I mean, I was, like I said, I was still a noob, so I was gonna get high off of like 3 fucking hits, bro. So we took the bus to the beach, which wasn't very far. Once we got to the beach, I thought it was going to be like 5 of us smoking, but then I realized that there was like 10 high schoolers just smoking weed at like 3 p.m. on a fucking Friday, bro. So for those of you guys that didn't know, at my old high school, we used to come out like an hour earlier. So basically everyone was happy on a Friday because literally everyone would come out like at 1:55, I think. I can't remember exactly. Like around that time we would get out, and it was so cool because we didn't have to stay there till like 3 p.m. So basically we came out like an hour and like a couple of minutes earlier, and basically everyone would just hang out like in the back of the school, or like people would just, you know, hang out with their group of friends. I don't know if they still do this at my old high school. I'm pretty sure they don't, and the reason why they don't do this anymore is because I think too many people would ditch, whether, you know, we would come out an hour earlier or not, but like a lot of people would ditch, bro, especially on a Friday. So it was funny to me because I thought that the cops were going to get called on us since weed was still illegal in my state that I lived in. In 2025 though, weed is now legal in my state, which is cool because like I said, back in like 2017, one of the things that people were scared about was that the cops were gonna get called on us, especially on like a Friday at like 3 p.m. The cops probably thought we ditched school or something, because literally every other school around my area, they would come out like at 3, maybe 4 p.m. and we would come out like at 1:50, bro. So the cops would probably think we ditched or something, you know. So now that weed is legal, it's actually a good thing, because I got so sick and tired of like just buying from people, especially people that would scam me. You know, I've gotten scammed like a couple of times, but you know, you live and you learn about that type of stuff. And I also like that weed is legal now because I don't have to, you know, take these extra steps, hit people up and ask them if they can come deliver, or if I have to go pick it up. Like it's too much, man. It's too much shit. And I just like how we have dispensaries now, so you could just walk in there, buy it, and just go by your day. But man, it was like 10 of us in a rotation, like smoking like 15 blunts. At first I didn't feel nothing, but man, when the smoke sesh was over, the THC just hit me like a truck, bro. Everything was in slow motion. Like literally, bro, I was just sitting on the beach, like just looking at the amazing view, since obviously there wasn't much to do at the beach. Like everyone else, they went to go jump in like in the lake and everything, but they actually went to go play volleyball too, but I just didn't want to do any of that because I also didn't bring an extra pair of clothes. So if I got dirty, bro, I was gonna be covered in fucking sand or even water if I wanted to get in the lake. And after a couple of minutes, one of the people I was hanging out with, he ended up passing around like snacks. And dude, I shit you not, he gave me this little brownie, right? I don't know if you guys seen it, but it's like this brownie with like little colors on them. They used to sell it in like the corner stores. I don't know if they still sell them, but man, bro, that shit hit me so well, bro. Like you have no idea. When I ate that shit, it was like the best brownie I ever ate in my whole life. You have no idea. So since I was just there sitting down, bored as fuck at the beach, I had a good idea that came to my mind. I texted my cousin on Facebook to meet up with me and my other friend Junior so we could smoke some more weed. This was back when I still use Facebook. Fuck that app, bro. I don't know anyone who still uses Facebook. My cousin ended up arriving like an hour and a half later, and dude, at that point I was just so fucking high, dude, that I didn't even know where I was at that point. So my homie Junior, he needed to help me go meet up with them, since I also didn't know the beach at all. Bro, I've never been to this beach in my entire life. This is like my first time here, and we were at this gay beach. We ended up finding out it was a gay beach since we saw like a lot of gay couples, lesbian couples and pride flags. So yeah, that's how we ended up finding out that. We ended up meeting with my cousin Arthur and his friend who we're just gonna call him John because I honestly don't remember his fucking name. This was the first time I've seen like my cousin in like 3 months. It's crazy. I think the last time I saw him was in the summer and we were ready in September. So my cousin Arthur introduces us to John. We dap up with him and we get down to business. My cousin Arthur had brought a gram of weed and his dab pen, and John also brought a gram of weed. Me and my friend Junior also ended up bringing a gram of weed with us. So we started breaking down the weed on a notebook paper since we didn't have a grinder at the time, and also dude, we were just broke high schoolers. We couldn't afford shit. We could barely afford the weed, so we had to use whatever we had in our, in our disposal. This was also my first time rolling a blunt. My cousin Arthur taught me how to tuck and roll. To this day, I haven't rolled a blunt or joint since I just suck at it, bro. Like, I don't know what it is. I just can't do it. Like, I just fucking suck, bro. This is why I only smoke like fucking this is when we smoke fucking dab pens. Anyways, after we were done rolling up, my cousin's dab pen broke somehow, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't remember what the fuck he did to his dab pen, but it just ended up breaking, and I just didn't know how that happened at all. So my cousin, the crazy bastard that he is, he ended up breaking the dab pen, and this motherfucker, he literally pours like the wax on our blunts. Like, as soon as we were done, he poured it like all over our blunts. So basically we had like a honey blunt, and dude, I did not know this was even possible to smoke until he like showed us how to do it. And dude, literally like all 4 of us had our blunts like just full of fucking wax. So basically we smoked like the double amount of THC than we had to. So it was kind of funny. So while we were smoking, 2 guys who were way older than us, they ended up joining us for like a smoke. We were all smoking our own blunts at the beach, just watching the nice view. After we were done smoking, we all dapped up and we went our separate ways. Now, the funny thing about these older guys was we didn't know who these motherfuckers were, bro. We were just sitting there and they just fucking popped out of nowhere and they were just like, yo, what's up? And we're like, what's up? They're like, can we smoke with you guys? I was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Like, we don't care. And they were just sitting there just smoking with us. Like, we didn't even talk. We were all just there just all smoking our own blunts and just chilling. So I walked with Junior back to the smoke spot where all my sister's friends were. We all ended up leaving after me and Junior were done with our smoke sesh because we thought that the cops were going to get called on us. On the way home, I hopped on the bus. Dude, I was so fucking stoned. Like, I literally couldn't even scan my bus card because I remember I can't even remember who passed me their bus card because I didn't have one or like any cash on me. Like, I only had like $5. And for those of you guys that don't know, when you get on the bus and you give them a $5 bill to like enter the bus, you're not getting your change back, bro. Those $5 are gone. So I had to borrow someone's like, bus card, and I just paid them with cash. So they passed me the bus card and I couldn't scan it, bro. Like, I swear I just couldn't scan it. I don't know where the fuck I was. And the bus driver got so mad, bro. Like, she just told me, you can just sit down, because she like made eye contact with me and she just saw that my eyes were so fucking red, bro. And no one had eye drops like on this very day when I really needed them. So I basically looked like Jackie Chan to everyone in public, bro. Like, literally everyone just knew something was up. After I got on the bus, I don't know what happened, bro. I don't even remember anything from that bus ride. I don't remember talking to anyone. I don't remember what even fucking happened. But I swear to you, after like an hour, I teleported to like a train. I don't even know how the fuck I ended up on a train with like one of my friends. So I don't even know how that happened. But anyways, like one of my sister's friends ends up walking me to her house and orders me an Uber to take home. So once I get on the Uber, I was so paranoid, bro, to go home that once I got to my house, like, I was just walking around the fucking neighborhood. I don't know why I was doing this. I swear to you, I was just so paranoid. I think it was just that my body just couldn't handle the high at the time. So at this point, I had just been high for like 4 hours plus, guys. I think since I was just so young, I just couldn't handle the amount of THC that was in my body. Because like I said, I had smoked with them like in that first sesh, and then I went to the other one and my cousin fucking poured the wax all over my blunt. So obviously I couldn't handle that shit. So I decided that like, I'm gonna go to Burger King, because that was it's like a block away from my house. So I walked to Burger King and I told myself that if I ate before I went inside of my house, that I would just sober up, like my paranoia would be gone, because like I'll be sobering up. So I go inside this Burger King And my dumbass, bro, I'm such a fucking idiot. I'll never forget this. I go in that bitch and I order like 2 burgers, a fries, large fries, and a large Coke, knowing damn well that I don't even have enough cash on me, guys. I only had like 10 bucks to my name. So when the cashier tells me to pay like like 50 bucks, I only have like $10 to my name. So I just ended up walking out, like not even saying a word. Like I could have just said, oh, you could just remove the sandwich or something, or the Coke, but I just fucking walk out like a dumbass. So I ended up going outside and I called my sister to tell her that I was just very paranoid about going inside, since I was still stoned, and I don't know how, bro. The problem was that my dad was home, so I was scared that he was going to notice how high I was. I also did not want to get an ass whooping, so I just ended up waiting like 5 minutes and just decided to go inside. I was just like, you know what, like if anything happens, I don't care at this point. Like I'm just trying to go home and chill, bro, because like I'm just so paranoid about everything. So after I go inside, I just say what's up to my dad, and he told me, why do you look drunk, bro? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he just ignores me. He goes back to sleep. I turned on my PS4. I think I played like some Battlefield 1 at the time, and I just enjoyed the high while it lasted. But I swear to you, man, like I was high for like 5 hours straight or some shit. It was fucking insane, dude. Like till this day, like I've never in my whole life I've ever been this high in my whole entire life that I've been alive. But yeah, man, ever since this very day, like I've tried to get to that point again where I can get that high, but I just can't. It's not possible. It's just not. So yeah, that's all I have to say. And yeah, peace out.